Hi, Heather.
Hey Dylan, how are you?
I'm good.
We're back with Channel 8, Free Britney 2.0,
Free
right?
Britney 2.0.
So exciting. And we're getting closer. I feel it.
Uh-huh.
I
We
think we really cracked some codes last night.
She was on Instagram last night.
Oh my gosh.
She was
That was
making some
wild.
posts. So we could start with the Coca-Cola red post. That
Yep.
just like came out of nowhere. I feel like it was very just like to see her in like a different outfit, different setting was kind of cool,
Yeah,
exciting. Um,
it was. And of course, what did we say though too? Like we're always on lives on TikTok and Dylan is always sipping Coca-Cola.
I
So,
know. I was
so
like, huh?
we're like, is she confirming that she sees? I mean, you never know,
You
right?
never know. You never
You
know.
never
I
know.
loved hearing that theory though. That was funny.
I
Um,
know.
so I guess just to read the original caption because it's not there, right? No, it's not there anymore.
It is not.
We'll read it on here. Let's see. Britney Spears posted her dancing in little, or not even dancing. She's mostly just kind of swaying in this one. Like,
Hmm.
um, sorry about the post yesterday with no music. That was horrible. Oh well, here's me going through my closet, realizing outfits I have never worn. I'm a practical shopper, but I was really surprised going through my closet and what I found. Also, have no idea about these pics of me from a birthday party. I haven't been to a birthday party in forever. And as for the pics, those have to be from years ago. Kind of creepy and weird that no one is talking about that. Makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, here's me modeling red outfit number one. That means there are more to go. Seven is my favorite. I will share with you, lovely people. So
Oh my God. And that was the first one, by the way, too,
that was the
because
first
there were two
post of the
captions.
night. Oh, the
Yeah.
first caption. Yes.
Well, actually, yeah, because it was two different videos or two different edits of the video and two different captions by the end of it. But we'll just start here so
Yeah.
we don't confuse people, right?
Yeah. So that was like the first like rendition of the photo or the post.
Yeah.
Um, and then like the immediate takeaways that I got, that I think I um jumped on the bandwagon too fast, calling out Kate in Paris was
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't think so. But go for it.
okay. Yeah, it was I haven't been to a birthday party. I don't know where these pictures are from. Like, and
Hmm.
then someone pointed out that this is like one of the only posts that Paris Hilton didn't like on Britney's Instagram because she usually likes everything that Britney posts. Um,
Hmm.
but then again, on the other hand, see people were like, well, she unfollowed Drew, but still follows Paris and Cade. Oh,
Yes, I did see that.
and she
Hmm.
unfollowed Selena as well.
I
Um,
thought somebody sent me a screenshot that she unfollowed Donatella, but don't quote me on
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I saw that as well.
Okay.
I saw that as well. Yeah, that I knew there was one I was missing. Uh,
So I think you're right on target with that.
okay.
I mean, there's a possibility that, I mean, listen, I know we're in the day and age where like unfollowing people is supposed to be this huge dramatic thing. I guess I don't get that all the time because I'm 39. I'm like, really? This is how we make friends and break friends?
Right.
But I guess it is. But I don't think that's the only thing there. I think like even though she just follows them, it could still be, I don't know, well, technically I guess they could be helping her, but this did just come out in the midst of all those fake photos from the birthday party where they were trying to say that she was there. And then she says, I'm basically reassessing my closest. Like, come on, everybody knows that Paris and Kate are her closest, so it's got to
Right.
be
I
to
know.
them. I feel like when she was saying sorry about my post yesterday with no music, that was horrible. I feel like that she was confirming that that was not necessarily her posting. Um, so
Mm.
there's some mixed feelings on that because we go back and forth on which ones are her and which ones are T-Con, aka
Mm-hmm.
Team Conservatorship, if anybody's new here. Um, so yeah, I just felt like I don't know, that one could have been her, but I just felt like that first line kind of hit that off. Let's see, where was it? Okay, yeah. So she admits not having gone to a birthday party in forever, which means that even on her birthday in 2021, where she wore the red dress, which is the same dress on Instagram that was posted on her wedding in June,
Mm.
that she didn't even have a birthday party on in 2021 because she's saying she has not been to a birthday party in years, right?
Right.
Because at one point when I started finding out that or figuring out allegedly that the wedding in June was a production, I wondered if it was actually really footage from maybe a birthday party on 2021 because of that picture with Madonna and her in the red dress, which she posted
Mm,
also on December 2nd of 2021. So that originally that's what I thought. I was like, well, maybe they just transposed footage and but I don't even think that's it now. I don't even think she's been to a birthday party in a while.
right. Same.
Um,
We noticed the carpet in these two posts that she made last night. The carpet is little funky, little unique, but
mhm.
definitely the carpet from Westlake Four Seasons hotels. Um, and we also noticed that in these pictures, or I always say pictures.
Wait, did we confirm that it was from Westlake? I thought it was from like, Walia and Resort in Maui.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Yes, but
Okay, because I
it's a
was
Four
about
Seasons, right?
I don't know that. I don't understand. Like, I don't know about the chains. You talking about like Walia if it's part
Ooh.
of like a Four Seasons or something?
Yeah.
I just
I,
know people sent tons of pictures. I just assumed we were all on the same page yesterday. I guess I should have checked. And they sent pictures from Walia and it had the carpet and then the closet she's standing in front of, it had like a door in the room as well that mimicked that.
yeah. Okay, so that's Walia then, not
Okay.
Westlake. These
But I think
W.
people are still trying to look in and decipher for sure. You know what I mean? Because clearly this Coca-Cola outfit thing I don't think it's current. I think it's also reused
Yeah,
footage that's there for a purpose.
true. And those brown pumps.
Yeah.
Those
I
brown
actually feel
pumps.
like I what I noticed in that post, in this post with the Coca-Cola outfit, was the hair. Because if you do not know me from TikTok, let me just tell you that I go crazy on her Instagram in deciphering and trying to decode it. So I have a ton of posts memorized. So when I saw that hair, I've also researched a ton of footage and identifying what is reused footage and being able to compare like specific things that match from even like a year or two ago that's reused footage. So the hair on that Coca-Cola post is the same hair that's from these other like Maui trips and little dancing videos that she has in her house, which I'm thinking maybe she had just come home from the trip and her hair was still like that. And those trips date back to April of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuck out in my mind because here's the thing, and I'll go through this real quick because I know we have a lot more to talk about with it. Jason Alexander, 55-hour husband, on Christmas Day, 1 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day is when I saw it. He posted a story on his Instagram of him going through this same Walia, if I'm saying this correctly, resort. And everybody thought it was current and that maybe him and Britney were there together. And I was like, nah, they wouldn't give away their identity or their location or anything. Come to find out, the video was from April of 2021. Well, also in the meantime, I'm listening to and going back and researching a lot of Jason Alexander's interviews about Britney and times that he's spoken. And on one interview, he mentions that when Britney and Sam were in Maui in April of 2021, he was also there. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, I'm really grouping together the hair, the reused footage that I've seen when I've seen it on her Instagram, Jason's post, and I'm thinking that this post is from April. And I'm thinking based on what she just let out, especially in the second version of the caption that we can get to, I'm this is alleged, but I'm wondering if there was something that they forced her to do
Mm-hmm.
against her will, possibly even the wedding. Because the thing is, the conservatorship in Hawaii did not end until April. I don't know what date in April, but it did not end until April 2021. So technically she could have been flown there.
April of 21 or April 22? 21? 22.
Someone told me 21 and I thought I saw it on something, but that wouldn't make sense if
Because
it
she
was 21. It
wasn't
had to be 22.
afraid. Yeah, it would have to be
Oh, it'd have to be
22.
22. Yeah, 22. It was 22, right? Yeah, because the Hawaii conservatorship continued into 2022. So yeah, April 2022 is when it ended officially.
Right. And
And
I
then
I noticed
go
the
ahead.
nails too in that same time period because the picture that was posted last night, and then you had mentioned April, And so I was looking around like that time period on her Instagram and found a picture of her nude, covering, but you could see her nails very well. And it looks like it was almost like could have been like the couple days before the footage we got last night because the nails are like the same white and chipping,
Mm-hmm.
starting to chip in the same spots, but not fully as chipped as they are in the post we got last night. Does that make sense? Like they're
No, it does. No, I was just thinking about so many different things. Um, yeah. Honestly, I've been trying to find the post. I know I've seen a post with those white chip nails, and now I can't find it, but I know that they have archived some posts. So this could be why if they saw
which
us getting
like
close.
could be a great thing for her with why she keeps posting that song that I keep talking about, the nails song, because it's one of those things like she's always like check the nails, check my nails, like
And she's always
because
holding them up, in front of the
yeah,
camera.
yes, yes.
And
It's
then a lot
like
of times, like the first finger will be missing an acrylic nail, which a lot of people have said, does that mean she's getting hooked up to, some kind of hospital bed monitor thing?
oof.
Yeah, which I know that's a little out there, but I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah.
I will say, being a Britney fan for a long time, Britney has always done this thing where she'll like, well, I should say since 2007, she's done this thing where she'll like have a nice set of nails, but then always end up biting off one or two, and then go do a big event and be missing a nail or something. And people are
Oh,
like, "What is
really?
going on? Why is she missing nails?"
She is a nail biter too. Actually, I remember like hearing her say something about that one time a long time ago.
Yeah. If
Or
you
maybe it's
watch
the
her,
I'm sure.
like a lot of her documentaries and stuff, when she's just like idle, just sitting, she'll instantly put her hands in her mouth, like, and start biting.
Oh, that's her little nervous thing.
Right.
How
Um,
cute.
let
Let
me
me
see.
get back to these
So then she
posts.
posted again a second post, and this is before the first caption got deleted, if I'm not mistaken, on the first post. But she posted a second post with the caption that's now been deleted. The dance I wanted to do at my wedding, but don't you love the we have a surprise for you? Aw, thanks. I was watching the birds perform for me while sitting in a chair. The mom points to my hubby, and the pretty girl. That's a good match, she said, and put them together. The balls of people, the balls of people. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting right there. I had to watch it back later with a camera that showed all the secret shit talk moments. Mm. That revealed everything. Considering she was drunk as fuck, it don't matter. Y'all people talk shit over my head all the time. Sup, birds? How y'all doing? See the finger? That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Okay, so she's got three middle fingers sticking up emojis on there, and there's been so many times when she has danced and stuck up her middle finger, and that T-Con and Sam wanted us to think it was for us, but now I know for sure that she was like flipping off on these people who are
Yeah.
clearly messing with her IG and portraying something that's not her.
Yes, that makes total sense. The birds, I mean,
Oh, gosh. But you want to talk about something else too with that? Actually, let's stick on the caption first.
um,
Go ahead?
the,
No,
the
go.
thing that popped out to me was the watching it back. Where is that part? Oh yeah, all the secret shit talk moments. Geez, I'm sitting right there. I had to watch it all back later with a camera that showed all the secret shit talk moments, and we're like,
Hmm.
okay, is she talking about her lawyer that was at the wedding? That because that was the only person we saw
Right?
that had like a phone out openly, and it makes me wonder, like, was she like, you need to come to this party, take some video, like, just get some information or whatever,
Yeah.
and then he could have sent her like videos, and she's like, I don't know.
So if anybody doesn't know what he's referencing, there is a specific post where Brittany is sitting next to Sam on a couch in a red blazer and a white or in what's it, sunglasses, and Selena's crouched down in front of them. Rosengart is in the background holding up his phone and recording them. And I've always said, no, I think a lot of people have always said, like, I wonder what he's recording for,
Ooh,
like,
yeah, and
was
that
that to
totally
cover
makes
himself?
sense. Totally
You
makes
know?
sense.
There were a couple other photos, I think later in the night, where some other people did end up having their phones. But other than that, that was the main thing to notice was Rosengart holding that phone like he was recording, and he has been really silent.
Right. I
So
mean, there
just
definitely
saying.
was people that had phones. Like I remember because you saw those pictures of like
Mm-hmm.
Faye and everything on the dance floor and
Mm-hmm.
the sisters and everything, but Brittany's like nowhere to be seen in those times.
Yeah, which is really weird.
So it's almost like there was a no phone while Britney's in the room rule or something. I don't know.
Ooh. That makes sense too much.
Right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
There was,
Rosengart is a lawyer, so I'm sure he could have been like, I need my phone. Like this
well,
is
I'm sure they had to sign NDAs, but he knew if he saw something that wasn't going right, he was like, I'm gonna cover myself in
right.
case something comes out. That's what I'm thinking anyways.
Absolutely.
Um, so when it says on here, the balls of people, I think there's more meaning than what I'm about to say, and I haven't gotten it yet. But how many times has she talked about red balls? And
Right.
she's wearing red in here. So, I mean, last night I was, when we were trying to hash out, I was like, oh, okay, well, there's something here. I don't know exactly what she's talking about with balls, but she's clearly trying to get our attention. There was a previous post that one of our research partners had found where she actually kind of really clears it out and has this like a few words that say red means attention. It was an older post, I think,
Mm.
maybe even 2021. So that's how we figured that out with her. That when she says red in all caps or really talks about it and maybe even wears it, that she really wants us to pay attention.
My brain like automatically loops in the Mars references to the
I
red
know.
balls too. So I'm like, that's all like
I
one
know.
to me.
And of course, what comes to mind with that is the god of war. Like, is she waging war on them? Right. But I still feel like there's something more that we're not getting. And she's been how many posts did we see where she had been posting pictures of Mars and Red Ball? I mean,
It's been
back
for
at
a while
least,
too. For a
yeah,
while. It's
all of
2015.
2021. What? 2015?
2015.
Yeah, that's right.
She posted a picture that she actually reposted a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was the Mars one, where she the Mars picture on 1/6/23. Yeah, that caption that she just posted. It was a repost from 2015. In fact, I think it was November 23rd, 2015, because there's been a lot of confusion about does 23 mean anything. She's been mentioning a lot of twos and threes. Sam has been saying on his stories a lot like, oh, 23 is my favorite number.
Mm.
So there's just been like, does 23 mean anything? Because I think they meaning I don't know exactly who, but they are communicating through the Instagram, especially if she's not there, which this
Yeah.
gives me even more reason to believe that she's not there. There is no way in heck that she would put all this stuff on Instagram if she was at home, sitting there unwell, angry. No, like
Yeah, that just
if
doesn't
she
add
was at
up.
home, yeah, well, if she was at home, then these posts would be going through their normal screening process because
Hmm.
that is what's normal for celebrities is to go through a screening process. So if she was home, she'd be working with them or they would be working over her whether she likes it or not and they would be screening it. They would not be letting this out. So I
Right.
I hope I'm right
Absolutely.
and that she's on the grind because I
I
don't
would
think her
love
team
that.
is healthy.
I would
Yeah.
love for her to be on the run and just be fucking with them and going in and altering stuff and
Yeah.
because I'm like she can delete stuff too. I'm sure there's stuff that they've put out and she went back and was like, I'm deleting that too.
Yeah. Well, and we see the power grab on here.
Yeah.
We watch it happen. We watch the captions change in front of us. We watch the comments get turned on and off. We watch the edits change. Like we watch it happen
And then
in
all of a
front of
sudden
us.
her Instagram will be deleted.
Yeah.
It feels
Which
very
by the
much
way,
like when Jamie used to take her phone away when she was in the conservatorship. He would say, like, and that's proof. There's proof on her documentary for the record. He's like, "Give me that phone," and
oh, I yes. And she was like, "No, daddy."
so it's
Oh, it was
almost they just
terrible.
have this way of treating her. I could totally see it was like if she edits too many captions or does anything, they're like, "No, delete the account, and then we'll give it back to you tomorrow when you're a good girl." Like some stupid crap like
And
that.
she
You
was
know
a
what I mean?
grown woman.
Grown
God.
woman. They treat her like a child in that during the conservatorship. So
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like that same format.
Also, I think we should just keep in mind that her court date, another court date is tomorrow on 1/11/2023. And in the past, her IG has gone down around court dates.
Yeah.
So let's like not panic if it happens. And then sometimes she'll come on and tweet or, find another way to communicate when that happens too.
And honestly, those end up being pretty good when she can get out some stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I'm referencing the 20-minute video she put out last year.
Yeah. So I just wanted to touch on, we were talking about like hopefully she's on the run and because if she was home, they would be screening this. I really also do hope that that's the case because the only other alternative I can think about is that she's on such lockdown that they, as in her team, are making all these posts, fucking with everybody. And that's even more sinister,
Mm,
meaning that she's like probably in a terrible drugged situation, still under control, you know, not that she's unwell and they're controlling it and messing with us, but you
right,
know, but the captions are just too cryptic and revealing, and so that's why I just can't get on board with that. Like they just keep trying to, they as in her team, keep trying to like change the narrative and make us think like either that she's unwell and that's why the posts are coming out like this, but they can't control it anymore and they realize that. People are
right,
grabbing screenshots, we're exposing, you know, she's exposing and we're decoding.
right.
We don't
Do
think she's doing it because she's crazy anymore.
do you think that she was referring to Jason Alexander whenever she said in that 20-minute video back last year that then she was talking about trying to get away and leave the country with a secret boyfriend?
Mm, mm. A lot of people have asked me that, and originally I said I have no idea, but now I absolutely do because did you see his recent story?
Today,
Did
did
you
he
see his
post?
recent story?
No, what does it
Yes, he
look like?
did. His recent
Mm,
story is a capture of an interview that he did. I think it was that last podcast that was done like a few months ago. And it's talking about when she reached back out to him in 2020.
Oh, I think you sent that earlier, right?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. You showed me this earlier. I
It
did watch
doesn't
this.
implicate anything in particular, but it just, if you really are reading into everything and trying to figure stuff out, it really gets your wheels turning like, because he mentions on there, he says, yeah, her and Sam were still dating, but she had reached out back, you know, reached out to me and we started talking again. So I was like,
Hmm.
really?
So it definitely adds
Because,
up with a secret boyfriend.
and I don't think she's a cheater. I think that if that was the case, then it would confirm that her and Sam were probably arranged and that there was no love lost there. And he was probably even controlling, you know what I mean? So this is all
Mm,
alleged speculation, by the way.
all speculation.
I'm used to saying that from TikTok.
I
So
know.
I
I
just say it
know.
after everything.
It's just it covers the tracks.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's really interesting. And I am watching him pretty heavy, but I am trying to be careful and make sure that I don't put out anything that they might be communicating with each other because I actually do think that they are.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that I don't think they're together because I think Tikon is watching Jason just as heavily, but I think he's like, I don't know, maybe they are together actually. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
everything, but
that post you sent me earlier about when Jason was in Maui and he was playing that song Waves and Waves or
mhm,
whatever was playing. Oh, such an emotional song, first of
it
all.
is. Mhm.
Um, but like I think you were alluding to it, but he was showing the resort, but not in a way where you would show off like on Instagram. He's like showing like specific things in this resort, like so you could almost like find him if you needed to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that when he went to California, which was a couple weeks before the wedding in June, or either he might have said 1 or 2 weeks, but he said he was there before then. I think that was a coordinated effort, and he was brought there for a reason. And I think the same thing might have happened in April in Hawaii and with Maui. I think he was there for, I mean, his video is from April. And
So,
she was there. And oh, I'm so sorry. You guys might be a little lost because the reason I know for sure that that whole Maui thing, that his video was from April and that she wasn't there in April and that that footage matched up is because he also mentioned on there that he was there when she announced that she was pregnant in Maui.
mm,
So that's how I knew that that was together. That they were in Maui when they announced that they were pregnant in April, and then he was there in April. So that's how that came together. Sorry, just
no,
remember
yeah,
that.
that's really helpful.
Yeah.
When did so what do you think about him going live then on the actual wedding day?
Sorry, I just think that was so smart, by the way, to do it live on IG.
Right.
Bless him for being so courageous and brave because I think these people are really scary and something could have happened and they could have said that it was something else. Um, I think that was definitely, I think it was planned. I think he was supposed to do that to try to show that it was a production. Whether or not he really did talk to, which I believe, Britney before that production. I think he just knew something was off in general and he wanted to show it. He just knew. He said he had been in contact with her since before 2020. So he, on this recent story today,
Right.
today's 110, by the way, if anybody's listening. So, so he knew they were in contact. She was probably confiding, and she's confided in him for years, even when she had problems with Jason Trawick. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I just know that from like listening and watching interviews
There's
and stuff.
so
So,
something definitely did happen on that day because he was live and
mm-hmm.
the setup was there.
Yeah.
So do you think that there was multiple are we looking at multiple occasions when we look at her wedding photos that are supposed to be all from one day?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
For
think so.
sure.
I think so too.
And that's especially, after I'm not big on the tech part of everything. I can just recognize inconsistencies, but not really, I don't know, the nitty gritty of the tech stuff with photos. But you, Alan, and Ashlyn have been able to, our research partners on TikTok, have been able to really dig into those. And I think it's obvious. There's been a lot of obvious pieces that show that it's photoshopped, I guess.
Right.
I don't know how to explain that, but
But even
that
just
things
like
have been photoshopped
not
in.
even going through the Photoshop route, like Sam has a different haircut, which are supposed to be in two
Hmm.
pictures that are taken at the same
There you go.
moment.
And the outfits that were shown on a previous Instagram post, like say the red dress on Britney's birthday in 2021, but yet she's supposed to be wearing that at her
At
wedding
her
with
wedding
Madonna
party,
in
like,
June. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. If you're a woman and you're
no.
just now free, you are not going to wear the same dress. She's not going to wear the same dress, and you're not going to be parading around. She's also in that green dress 3 days on a post 3 days before the wedding.
Hmm.
That's not going to happen. You're not going to show that.
Right. Not gonna show off your like nice
No,
cocktail wares that you're gonna wear at your wedding.
no, no. And it's so funny because everybody had the most beautiful pictures except for Britney. She had just a couple right there in that little foyer with Sam, and the rest of them were not professional like everybody else, not professional videography or photography.
It's
And then
insane.
even Faye had her own photographer there, or photography session.
Uh-huh.
Are you kidding me?
At this
But
point, I
no
feel like
pictures
I'm
with the
gonna
bride.
at this point, I feel like I'm gonna like run into Britney Spears and see her, and she's just gonna be a grainy person in real life. At
Oh
this
my god,
point, like that's how much that's
because
all
that's
we
what we're
see
used
of
to
her.
seeing her
That's
now.
exactly that's what I'm getting at. Like that, it's all we see is this grainy stuff from all accounts talking about her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Paris freaking Hilton posting a grainy photo like with
Like,
Britney.
come on. And why is
What?
it, if Brittany's not around, why is she not speaking out and being like, guys, it was just a bad photo. I can't believe you're making fun of me, which sounds like something that she would have done, right? Like,
Yeah.
you guys are so mean, making fun. Nothing. Crickets, you know?
Yeah. Back in the day, if
Weird.
Brittany had an unflattering photo that was going around, she would
Mhm.
like talk about it and be like, kiss my lily white ass.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like whatever. Like she would respond in that kind of way. But
Yeah.
she's nothing.
Yeah.
Except for I was not at a birthday party.
Something else about that second um, video edit that was put out last night with the second caption that we talked about is that it almost looks like, we've talked about the deepfake stuff and the AI project from Kroll, which is no longer conspiracy. Let me just recap, guys, if you haven't been listening, because Jamie Spears and Kroll worked together to spy on Britney Spears, come up with this AI project, quote unquote, so that they could create deepfakes so that Britney Spears would never be physically needed again for performances, interviews, etc. So, and I've got links to that in my bio on Linktree if anybody wants to see that stuff.
Yeah, it's
But
now
it's not a
become vanilla.
conspiracy. It's not hearsay. And in fact, the court date tomorrow on the 11th is exactly a deposition on that very thing. That's how unconspiracy it is. I just want
Absolutely.
people to understand
No,
that.
I'm so glad you said that. So glad you said that too.
Because what we looked at this and we were like, is there a deep fake mixed in to one of these edits? Like there's a couple times when she moves and it doesn't exactly feel like her, or what was there something with the hand, Dylan?
Her pointer finger totally just disappears for a split second.
Yes.
And I was
And
even
the
saying
pinky
that
goes weird.
I was like, this is, and I even said, I was like, wow, this is one of the first posts that I've seen that doesn't look green screen because, you can, there is some glitchiness around her legs, but I was just chopping that up to the graininess and the weirdness of the pattern on the floor. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, she pointed out that her pointer finger totally just disappears for a minute or a split second.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, we're just kind of thinking there's literally just a couple slight movements that it looks like there's an edit in there that might be a deep fake. The face shape is a little bit different in the lighting, and these deep fakes are um used widely now. There's a Netflix show coming out where the avatar is going to be behind stage and you never know it. You know, the metaphysique.ai on Instagram. You can go see that. They came from America's Got Talent. You know, just Google deep fake if you don't know what it is. It's just basically an AI impersonation. So, you know, I don't know how to explain it very well.
Yeah, I
Should I
mean,
should I
they're
look it
just
up? Should I do
they're
that
just
or
putting they're just putting the like they're just it's like a face filter, but like a little more in depth to make it look like you're the actual person that you're putting. Like you could swap
yeah.
your face, pretty much.
Yeah, like you're an avatar for whatever person you want to be basically.
Yeah,
So
it's oof.
so we wondered, it was just, you know, kind of a weird consensus. We were like, oh, was that second edit, you know, them messing with her and saying, "Oh, look, we're gonna," I don't know, just testing out some of the deep fake to see if anybody would notice because a lot of this other footage we're concerned involves some deep fake AI technology in there.
Hmm.
You know, you'll slow it down a lot of times and it feels like you're seeing a completely different face. And that doesn't normally happen. If you're filming your authentic self, you know, go ahead and do it. Like, stop this podcast right now, film yourself for a couple of seconds, and then go back and slow it down. You're going to see yourself. You're going to see yourself. Your face is
Hmm.
not going to look like another person's. But
Right.
when you're working with deepfake, you can catch it because it glitches. It glitches during the movements.
Yeah,
So,
because it's like the filter, especially because she moves so fast that the filter tries so hard to like keep up,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes it just probably has to do the best it can to like pinpoint where the nose is and this and that and the
Yeah,
other. But those are the features that shouldn't change on a person. Like
right.
if you're dancing, you what should change would be your cheeks would be moving, or your
Mm-hmm.
under here would be under your jaw would be moving. Like your
Mm-hmm.
nose isn't going to change shape because you're doing a head flip. Like
Yeah. Oh, here it is too. This is the picture. If anybody's on video, can you see the fingers kind of disappeared? See
totally
it?
disappears.
Isn't that weird? Oh my gosh. I hope Alan does a video on this.
I
And even the
know.
pinky looks weird.
Yeah.
What is up with that pinky? Um, I think that's all I was gonna say on that one. There was another post too that she did last night. Did you see that in the white dress?
The white dress. Do you think that that was the same photo shoot session as the post from Sam's stories with the woman touching up in the background and all that stuff?
Um,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
yes. So that's actually what I came out with on a video. I was like, oh my gosh, I think it's the same. Now somebody pointed out that the dress was a little different. Um,
Yeah, because I noticed the
but
sleeves looked a little different. That's why I brought it
mm-hmm,
up because I had seen some people talking about it, but the sleeves look a little flowier on the outfit she was wearing
mm-hmm.
last night.
So that footage from the Christmas, because it's got, in case anybody hasn't seen it, there's another post she did last night where she's moving around in a white dress, and then there's this person that comes with purple hair and tattoos that's like helping her fix her makeup, I think.
Yeah.
And that person is also in the Christmas post that Sam posted, right? Was it a birthday or Christmas post? Birthday. And in the background, he's like, I'm waiting on my wife. She's fixing Instagram content or whatever. And you see the person with the purple hair back there and helping to film. So even if it wasn't like the same outfit, I'm still confident that it was footage from this somewhere in here. She had the white boots on in that outfit. Was it white boots or black? I don't know. Either way, I still am confident that, in fact, even the way that that person was like leaned with the purple hair at one point kind of looked familiar to me as
Mm-hmm.
in Sam's post. So
Yeah, it just
I
looked very
definitely think that that was
similar.
hocked from this.
Who's
But you
the
know what I
woman?
just
Who is
thought?
she? I want to know her.
I know. Oh, and here it is. See, she was trying to show her nails. She's trying to do
Uh-huh.
everything to show timestamps for people. This is how smart she's gotten after 15 years, which, by the way, she's been talking about 15 years in all of her posts now because the conservatorship was for 13 years. She's telling you that even for the past 2 years, she's still in the same position. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but yeah, she's time stamping. But you know what I just thought when I was looking at this, where of her in this white dress? Now, my theory is that she might have possibly been forced into, you know, some sort of marriage over there in Maui, because the conservatorship in Hawaii did not end until April. And so I was like, well, I wonder if something like that happened. Now, maybe she wasn't forced. I don't know. But I wonder if this white dress was her getting ready for something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of
Why does
thoughts
she have a
around
makeup
this.
artist there if she's gonna put her own makeup on?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
she's
That is
definitely
really
trying to
weird.
show her nails. Like that's definitely what the purpose of that was.
Yeah. There's I don't have the video to that anymore, but there's a okay, so a lot of these posts get deleted. I know I've said it on other things, but if you guys ever go to Instagram, you can go to Britney's deleted posts, and a lot of the deleted posts are on there.
They still haven't accepted me yet.
Oh, really?
I know, I'm
They probably
dying.
have a lot of people coming their way too. So,
Yeah.
and then their last account, they had a ton on there and then it got banned. So I don't know. I can write them a note if you want me to. Um, I mean, like I can because I talk to them a lot, you know.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
I can be
actually.
like, hey, we just because it's good research.
Yeah, I've been dying to get in there. I keep refreshing it every day to see if they've accepted my request.
Hmm. So one of the things that Alan and I were talking about this morning, one of our researcher friends, was trying to pinpoint, and deduce if she might have really gotten married over there in April of 2022. The problem with that is that there was this confidential marriage certificate, right? That was supposedly surfaced on a TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to make you think that this is the confidential marriage certificate. However, with a confidential marriage certificate, first of all, only the people who are on that certificate can purchase it by showing a valid ID. So unless Brittany or Sam actually showed it and put it out there, we're never going to see it. Now, this form that I just showed, which is, you may not have the video on this, but it's I'm pretty confident this is not a marriage certificate. It says that this is a verification of a confidential marriage pursuant. So this is not
Mm.
an actual marriage certificate. This is what Alan and I were looking at, and I can send this to you too if you want to see it. Um, the reason why this is important is because this is dated August 4th of 2022, not April, and we're trying to figure out if something might have happened in April. We were hoping that maybe we'd find something about a marriage certificate, but then we realized if it's confidential, we will never see it unless they put it out. So,
What the hell happened
but
in
what we can,
April?
yeah, but what we can deduce is that whatever this certificate is in August is not the actual date that they got married. This is just when this form verified that there was a confidential marriage certificate. So, if that's anybody's question. So, we're still trying
Oh,
to figure that out.
yeah, that's like a developing story.
Oh my God, Sam saw my video too.
Oh
You want to know how?
yeah. How did oh yeah, tell the story.
Because he blocked me. So, and I didn't even do anything, but he blocked me. But I guess one of my followers shared my video that I released at like 12 o'clock my time last night because I couldn't stop thinking about my whole April theory, right? And I guess she tagged him. And then she sent me a screenshot showing that he had viewed it. And I was like, oh, it's out now. They're going to
Yeah.
start trying to do some damage control. It's out
Yeah,
now.
I
They know
think
for sure.
that is crazy. So yeah, Sam, yeah, verified saw your
Yes.
post. It
Yeah, the
was
actual
like,
Sam Asghari.
ooh, so yeah.
So he
They
saw it.
he
Let's see what
knows.
comes.
He knows.
Yep, he knows. He knows. I love that song, by the way.
Me too.
I've also gotten, and I won't say from who, but I've also gotten a message from somebody who said that they went on Rose McGowan's Twitter and just messaged her that they really enjoyed her book and that they really hoped and wished that she would be able to do something to help Britney Spears. And she responded with a rose emoji.
Mm,
Very interesting. Because, there was just a last week post that she put out where she shaved her head, which I don't think was any ado to try to, when Brittany went through that situation. That's what she did when she was waging war before. Remember, she
right.
shaved her head. So to me, when she did that again and she said, 2023 is going to be a year, I think she was saying, I don't know what it was. Could have been her physical health, could have been something going on behind the scenes. I think she was saying, I'm about to wage war.
Mm.
So I don't know. I just hope more and more people get on board helping her. That's
Brittany
all.
loves Rose too, so I really hope Rose has her back.
I know. Yep, yep, yep. So I think that's all I've got about the actual post. Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about? Because I just wanted to cover stuff though about the court date after that.
We had mentioned last night that we only see Britney really wear her wedding ring if Sam is present.
Oh, oh my
And
goodness.
like it just seems very like I'm not gonna wear this if I'm not hanging out with my handler. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, it does. Because he'll have it on except for when he's working out, but she
Yeah.
won't have it on unless she has to.
Yeah. I feel like she's like, oh God, he's coming in the room. I gotta put the ring on or something.
She's like time stamping us again. She's
hmm
letting us know. She's giving us symbols, connections. Because if you don't know yet, we do think that she's giving us things to go on here. I do follow a lot of really good accounts who don't believe that she has any part in her post too. And if you want to believe that, that's totally fine. And I can give you the names of some IG creators, that are really good, have really good information. We're friends. We just know that we agree to disagree.
I also have
But
written
we're all
down
here for the
the
same cause.
with the I married myself, how she keeps saying that. The one theory I had was, whenever back in
Mm.
the day when Jamie said, I'm Britney Spears now, and then so if Sam took over that role and they got married, and then Sam could say, I'm Britney Spears now, and that's why Britney keeps saying, well, I married myself.
Yes, that was a crazy revelation.
It makes sense why
I
she would keep
mean,
saying that.
yeah, because she keeps saying it, right? She keeps posting that dang post, which could be for a lot of different reasons. But I think that's actually a really good point because I forgot. I don't think I knew that Jamie Spears said that about the conservatorship, that he was like,
It
didn't he
was on
say,
paper.
what did you
It was
say he
on
said?
paper. It was on paper at one point, and then the aunt confirmed it. Confirmed it on the Nancy Drew documentary.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So that would make sense where
Yeah, he
she's,
basically told her like, I'm Britney Spears now. Like, I'm I'm
God.
you. Like, I can sign for
Yeah.
you.
Wow. Mm. Um, and that just reminded me too, and I don't know who I heard it from, but I need to look into it. I'm going to make a mental note to look into this because apparently Jamie Spears was supposed to have been taken off of the conservatorship, right? But somebody at one point had mentioned that it was just of her person, not of her estate. I hope that's not true. Certainly that's not true. Do you
Ugh.
know anything about that?
Well, that was going on back in like 2011 with Jason Trawick, when they got engaged, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Jamie's gonna run the estate, and Jason
Mm-hmm.
Trawick can run the person. I hate saying run the person. That sounds horrible,
I
but that's
know.
I don't know how they were setting it up.
Wording it and saying it. Yeah.
You're glitching. Oh,
Am
you're back. You're back. You're back.
I?
You're back.
Okay. 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 Good.
Whew. Scared me.
That would suck.
I know, right?
I don't want to glitch yet. I'm not ready.
I know. They're infiltrating.
My
My
phone glitches a lot ever
oh my
since I do this.
gosh.
But I do think
Uh-oh.
it's bogged down with like way too many screenshots and videos, but it does glitch a lot. I don't know.
Mm. At least I can see the reflections in your eyes. I'm okay.
Yeah, because wait, tell people they don't know why that is.
So, Alan had pointed out, and it was so good. It's like stuck in my head forever, that a really good way to decipher the difference between an AI and a real human person in the photo is a human person when they're looking at any kind of light source, it's going to reflect back in both eyes. And an AI is not going to have that same luxury. So as they can, it's just going to be picking up whatever happens on the eyes. So on the wedding photo, one of the with her and Sam walking down the aisle, Sam has clear like lighting source coming right at him, and Brittany only has it
Mhm.
in one eye, and it's not even the
Oh my
same like
God.
light source.
And they're like looking the same direction and everything. So it makes no
Yeah,
sense.
they should have that. They should have a similar glow in their eyes.
So weird. I feel okay. I was gonna say I feel like we could just still talk so much about deep fakes, but not that I'm trying to do that right now, but we literally just did an episode on it last
Right,
Friday.
right.
But just comparing our stuff. It's hard to talk about that though on the podcast because honestly, it's easier to do it when you can show examples, you
Yeah,
know, to people, especially of her post in particular. Um, so um well, trying to think. That's all my notes
I
except
think
for court
that's.
stuff.
I think yeah, I got everything out that I had written down as well.
So again, just the court date is tomorrow, 1/11/2023.
Be
And this
vigilant.
is, yep, this is a motion to compel yet again Jamie for his deposition, which is like to turn in paperwork and answer questions about his time working with Kroll and them spying on Britney Spears. And remember, Kroll is the company that had the AI project for the deep fake. So this is super important. And um, Jamie has been deposed for this since October of last year. And at first, him and Weingarten, his lawyer, said that they were going to comply. And then they ended up coming up with an objection, I think around November. And then they just totally evaded and just didn't do it. And so now there's been on 1/4, there was a new motion to compel, and they've decided to comply. So we will, so this is really important, especially because this has to do with the deep fake stuff, which Paris does too, by the way, if anybody wants to look that
Mm-hmm.
up. Paris and her deep fake. However, also at 1 p.m. tomorrow on Twitter, we're doing like a trending hour where we all go on and write hashtag free Britney. I think you're going to say free Britney, please. I would not personally say please, but I'm more than happy to if that's what everybody wants to do. Just be
Ugh.
like free Britney,
Damn it. Yeah.
damn it. But
Free Britney, motherfucker.
exactly. That was so beautiful. But it's also going to be specifically targeted to certain elected officials in California specifically too.
Mm.
Like we are going to flood them, as many people as possible, flooding them with these hashtags on their Twitters. So we're hoping that that gives like a response and gets some notice. I'm also coming up with a sample letter, and one of my research partners on IG, Andrea Benedetto, I think is how you say her name. She's
Mm-hmm.
really good about covering court doc stuff. She's come up with a list of names with somebody off of Twitter as well, um, of people that you can write letters to about your concern for Britney. So I'm going to put a link in the bio, and I'll put it on the YouTube as well, so that people can, if you want to write a letter, you've got a sample letter, you just plug in your information and you'll have all the people and their well, I don't know if it's physical address, but email address and some way to contact them.
I
So
love
that will
that.
be there if anybody wants to do more than just talk about it and listen. If you feel, because I have talked about it a lot and I'm ready to do more. And I cannot fly to California right now. I have
I'm
too
getting
much going on and I'm
close.
on the East Coast.
I'm
I
getting
did
close.
tell my husband for the first time though, last night, I said, I cannot guarantee that there will not be a time that I have to fly to California. And he just said, okay, I might have to go with you to make sure everything's okay. I was like, okay.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
he would, if I go, he will definitely be there because he will make sure that, nothing happens with me on the police front or anything.
That's so sweet. We
He's really
love a
sweet.
supportive husband.
I know, support of anybody really. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover about that. So please, 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 I will have the information on the YouTube for our TikToks. I will, is there anywhere that we can leave a link that when people,
I was
we
just
can
gonna
put it in
say,
the
can
show
you?
notes, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you? If
Okay,
you could send me that right
I
after we
will.
get off here, I can put it in the show notes.
Okay, so yeah, and we can have like links to our stuff or the link in the, link to the all that stuff. Because I think I'm gonna have to make a Google Drive where people can just like click in there. I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with this stuff. I'll find the easiest way to do it though.
And
Okay.
if anyone has anything they'd like to share with us, they can share it on our anonymous tip line at 720-515-1915. Our socials will be linked in the show description as well as everything else Heather talked about. I'm gonna make sure I get that in there. Um,
Dylan, as always, it's a pleasure.
ugh, just
I
adore
love to see your
you.
face. I
Adore,
adore you
adore
more.
you. Oh, I love that. You fill my heart with joy.
I know,
Until
me
next
too.
time.
Until next time. See you later.
Bye. Ah.
Bye.